Hi, my name is Corey Minter, and I am with Trinity Employment Specialists. Trinity is a staffing company. We specialize in staffing in both the Tulsa and the Oklahoma City markets. And we are currently searching and are always searching for certified and registered medical assistants. And, I'm really not sure why there are so few medical assistants out there. I know that we have a lot of schools that train medical assistants, but one of the things, especially if you're a medical assistant, that is shocking me. See, what happened this last week is I had one of our lead recruiters that recruit for the medical field. She was out on vacation, and she was in Florida, and she was probably having a great time, but it reminded me of something that's been happening it's unusual, but it's a problem, and so this is what it is. We have medical assistants that come in all the time. Not one of them are registered or certified, and a lot of them have just recently gotten out of school. And so the school doesn't make it mandatory that they get registered or certified. What they do make it mandatory, they make it mandatory for them to complete their classwork, but it is one of the biggest disservices that anyone as a medical assistant could do to themselves, especially right now, because of some of the healthcare law changes. But what happens is I would say 90% of the medical assistants that are unemployed right now all have a license or a certification that is either incomplete, they're waiting to take the test, they didn't pay their money. That's another thing. I feel like it's kind of a racket sometimes. But they don't pay their money to be able to be certified. And so virtually, with at least, I would say 80 to 90% of the clinics that contact us looking for a medical assistant, they are ineligible from being considered. And here's why. The Affordable Care Act makes it a requirement for especially smaller clinics to have all of their medical assistants registered or certified. I met with a girl this last week, and it was interesting because she had gone straight into one of the huge hospitals. Well, in the huge hospitals, they are so layered with different employees that do specific things. So they have a specific person that only does the referrals. They have a specific person that does all of their scheduling. They have a specific person that does this and that and the other. And so the hospitals, the way that they get reimbursed by Medicare and Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare is that they have people above the medical assistants that have the right licensure. And so it's not a requirement for the medical assistant to have that certification or registration. So what ends up happening is they do most of the recruiting from the schools. And I would say that most medical assistants, their very first shot, they're going to one of the big, huge complexes right outside of their externship. This is like their internship. And so what happens is they go straight into that hospital. The hospital doesn't require them to have that kind of testing or that kind of certification. And so if they are going to go out and go get a job anywhere else, they're literally ineligible. And so that is another reason what has created a majority of medical assistants to not be registered or certified. But if they want or elect to get into almost every major medical practice, independent medical practice, they're going to have to be certified. And I would say probably about 80% of the large institutions, they also have to be registered or certified. And if this is happening to you as a medical assistant, or if for one reason or another there's probably a million different excuses on why not to have your registration or certification. I watch people every single day be unemployed, and it's all because of this. I have nurses who have worked for 20 years, and they have 20 years of experience, but we can't hire them because they're not registered or certified. And so I don't know that I think that this new law is the best way to go. I don't even know that I agree with it, because a lot of it is just whether or not you pay your money in. But either way, it's a pay-to-play type of thing now for a medical assistant. And so this entire series is to encourage medical assistants, get your certification or registration. That way you won't be eliminated for probably about 60 or 70% of the jobs out there. Thank you for your time today. I hope this has helped someone. If we can help you out in any way, we would love to. We love to work with great people. And our number is 918-622-2588, or you can visit us online at trinityemployment.com. Thank you.